Hi guys, back again. Just had a little bit more of a thought before about what I was discussing on my, I guess you could call it a passionate rant about the necessity of managing the hoof balance and care in the performance horse. And in reflecting on what I spoke about, I guess the onus is on us as owners and as professionals to educate each other, and I mentioned that before. But more so the onus is on us because we're the ones expecting the performance, and we're the ones expecting to keep these animals in the environments that we're wanting to keep them in. And the onus is on us to make the choices, to seek out the better care, to make the changes, to pay the money, to put the effort in, to get the work done, to rebalance the hoof so that then the horse can function. And I guess the next question is, why would we bother? Why is that really important? And I mean, I guess there's a bit of an idea out there that perhaps it's not understood to be as important as it is. We know no hoof, no horse, and I guess I've coined my last little rant with that phrase, but what does it really mean? And the basics, I love that word, I say it so often, but it's really, really, really basic. The basics are simple. The horse is a series of bones stuck together with organs in the middle that the bones protect. And those bones give structure. And when those bones are stuck together with ligaments, and then muscles are stuck to those bones that are stuck together, and those muscles are stuck to those bones with tendons, and then those muscles flex, you get movement. Joints are where the flexion and extension and the movement occurs. That's your hinge. If these aren't in the correct alignment, they can't stay healthy, because between each joint surface there's fluid which protects it and acts as a shock absorber basically, and stops extra wear and tear occurring. If these aren't in alignment, you have a really unhappy animal, and potentially if these are in as much distress as they can be at times, to the degree whether they're impinging on nerve function, well then you have a really unhappy animal. We spend, as an equine industry, and I'd love to know the data on it, but I don't, but we spend a lot of money from observation, and I have absolutely no doubt, on money spent on prevention and reaction to problems that may or may not exist. But I can imagine in amongst that, if you spoke to people and you interviewed people, the amount of money, effort and time that they spend on worrying and then acting and then supplementing and taking actions, therapeutic actions, spending money on tack to reduce wear and tear, feeding the animal supplements, paying for therapeutics, bone therapeutics, saddle fit, all of the above, injections, blah, 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 to prevent and reduce the excess wear and tear on joints and the functional musculoskeletal system of the horse in the performance horse. It's a huge amount of money. Yet, if you don't have a balanced hoof, mediolaterally, so from side to side, if that hoof hits the ground and it's uneven, you're going to have uneven pressure on those joints. Effectively, you can turn a completely conformationally sound animal into a completely conformationally unsound animal that is going to wear out at probably the same rate as a clubfoot, pigeon-toed, cow-hocked animal from a poor hoof balance, and consistently. So we need to think about what we're spending our money on. We need to prioritise what we're spending our money on, prioritise our energy and our efforts and that drive and that passion to want to prevent our beloved performance horses wearing out, educate ourselves, and then really seek out that right treatment. And I tell you what, there is absolutely no point in spending money on joint supplements and, bone therapy and musculoskeletal therapy and sports massage and acupuncture and what else can we do? We can do red light, we can do equissage, we can do icing, we can do PEMF therapy, there are so many things that we can do, and we spend money on. There's absolutely no point in spending all of that money on it unless you are actively seeking out optimum hoof balance and care in a performance horse, or any horse, to be honest. It doesn't matter. There is no point in spending that much money and spending effort and time on those other things if you're not caring from where gravity has its influence. And gravity is what causes the wear and tear in the end. You know, that's the first thing. When the horse comes down and it hits the ground and the shock absorption happens through its joints, that's what's causing the wear and tear. If those first points of contact with the ground are not at the right angle, you are going to get joint compression, misalignment, wear and tear. It's horrific what can occur, not to mention the stress on soft tissues, ligaments, tendons. And then, of course, there's that compensatory result of the fact that the horse is trying to support itself structurally through muscle tension, and it's not moving properly. So let's just rethink. And this is the why now. I guess this is the second half of the rant. This is the why. What are we spending our money on? What are we spending our time and effort on? We're demanding prevention. I mean, the amount of money spent in the equine industry on prevention of breakdown in racehorses and performance horses is huge. And then when things start to go wrong and the wear and tear kicks in, the amount of money spent on it is huge as well. And the effort. And I'm not just talking about people competing at 4-star level or Grand Prix or, the FAI World Champs Dressage or the FAI World Champs Endurance or, racing in the Melbourne Cup. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about everyone. And I'm talking about the adult rider around the corner. And I'm talking about the weekend rider up the road. And I'm talking about, the person that gets on there, doesn't ride. Doesn't matter. All of us. Let's think about what we're spending money on, where we're putting our energy, effort into, and really start to think about the priorities. And that, honestly, is from the ground up. No hoof, no horse. And it's not just existence or non-existence. No quality hoof, no balanced hoof, no healthy hoof, no horse. Okay, I'm off now. That's enough for this week. Catch you later. Bye.